Hello and welcome. Today we're just a little bit excited, but we're going to be reviewing the Luke Skywalker Deluxe model from Sideshow 6th scale figure. Now, I grabbed this in the other day and I've been having a good look at it through the last couple of days, and I'm straight off the bat, I'm really impressed with what I've got and the amount of accessories with it, being the deluxe model. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Now, there he is there. Good old Luke Skywalker, the hero. When this figure came out, I was very reluctant to get it, but looking at it on the website, I thought that the appearance of him looked appealing, not like the other Luke Skywalker I got from Hot Toys, the Tatooine Luke Skywalker. But we'll compare both of them a bit later in the video. And I'm talking about the head sculpt when I say that I was not quite happy with what I received as a Luke Skywalker figure. But on the other hand, this figure I am extremely happy about, with the head sculpt and the appearance of him. And being the deluxe version, you get a few extras too, which are quite nice. Now this figure is based on Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, and it's depicting him in 3 ways, in 3 different scenes, 3 parts of the movie. So as you can see with him there, that is a Jedi Luke Skywalker. He's got a robe sort of thing on, but we can take that off, and then you'll see him as he appears when he gets taken to the Emperor by Darth Vader. As you can see, he's got a lightsaber. Now this lightsaber doesn't light up. What you see is what you get. And I'll just take that off him. You can see that the end comes out of it. And I'll grab the lightsaber. Now, with the lightsaber, you've got an end piece as well that comes with the lightsaber like that. So you can see he's got a full lightsaber there. You take the end off and then you connect in the blade. So that's quite convenient. It's not like the other lightsabers where you just stick the blade in. But as you can see, it's very narrow there, so I wouldn't know how they would do it. Now my lightsaber's a little bit bent, as you can see there. The stem of it is a little bit bent, a little bit of a concern. Look, I'm not too worried about that. When he's on display, mainly his hands are sort of, if you put your hand up there, it's covering a little bit. So I'm not too worried about that, but that's one thing I've noticed. And then you got we'll start with Jabba the Hutt's palace, he's got that cloak, and this is the cloak here. It's a massive cloak, as you can see. It feels good, and you just drape him over it, and that's the cloak that he's in when he's trying to bargain for Solo's life, as you can see right there. So that's Luke Skywalker in Jabba's palace. And you've got Luke Skywalker in Endor, the forest moon of Endor. This is his little sort of covering. So you put his head through there, and then you got that, the Endor sort of look. I won't pose him up now, guys, but you can see what I'm sort of talking about there. But the thing with the Endor pose is that he comes with another head, because you need the helmet for when he's riding on the speeders. So that's his other head sculpt there. And as you can see, it's a very good resemblance of Mark Hamill, and a lot of detail in the helmet. Got a couple of scrapes there, couple of scratches, but you can see his mole, all his moles on there, and the little scar on his top lip. So yeah, very impressed with the head sculpt on this figure. So we've got the Jabba's palace. You got the cape for that. So he's in the same sort of clothing, but to change the scenes of him, they've just basically got these cloaks and coverings that you put on him to portray where he's at within the film of Return of the Jedi. He comes with this blaster as well. Nice little blaster. It looks well worn. You can see it's got some fading there, so it looks like that it's been a bit of a worn gun, bit of a used gun. But as you can see, it's quite decent blaster. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's nice. It's a nice addition for him to have a lightsaber as well as a blaster. He also comes with 3 black right hands. As you can see, he's got one on him. That's the lightsaber hand, and then you've got the fist, as well as the open palm, where he's sort of using the force. So that's his gloved hands for when he was at Jabba's palace. He was on the barge, ready to chuck. Jabba was ready to chuck Luke and Han down into the scarlet pit, and then he got shot. And here's his hand where he got shot by the blaster. And you can see the metal mesh in there. A good lot of detail in there. So this is his mechanical hand that Vader cut off in Empire. So that's where he got shot on the barge when he was rescuing Leia. So that's a cool hand, as well as you got 6 other spare left hands. So you've got you got a left and right fist hand, normal hand, and then you've got the left and right sort of force hands. Good amount of detail with the veins and everything. And then you've got the blaster right hand, as well as the lightsaber right hand. That's before he got shot. So yeah, there's a few right hands there before he got shot, and then after he got shot, you've got the 3 gloved hands, the black gloved hands. So they're a good addition, a nice lot of hands there. And you've got these sort of belts too that go on the capes. I take it this belt here is for your Endor cape that wraps around him. and then you've got this, the Jedi belt, where you've got the hooks on it for his lightsaber there. This was on him when he got taken by Vader. So now this is the figure himself. You can see the head sculpt there. It's quite a remarkable sculpt of Mark Hamill. I quite like it. It's a great representation of Mark Hamill's head. As you can see there, it looks pretty well spot on. So very happy with the head. And then you've got this sort of outer garment here that he has on, and you can take that off, and then you've got the Jedi outfit that he used, that he had when he was facing the Emperor. So you can take this off. Whoops. Wait a minute. Yeah, like that. Another belt, and then you take this off. I'll just, hopefully I don't like doing this stuff live because I'll probably end up breaking it. But as you can see there, that's his outfit when he goes and faces the Emperor. And then you've got the belt here that you put on. Something like that. Oops. Yeah, I won't put that on there. So yeah, there's his Jedi Knight outfit. And then you've got all the extras in the belts. You got the 3 belts there, and the 3 garments or coats that he's got. This sort of outer coat at the start of Return of the Jedi, and then your Endor and Jabba's palace. Yeah, pretty straightforward sort of outfit, this black suit. The only really thing that stands out is this little cuff here that sort of bends over. It's got a little magnet there, so it's sure to stay there. But everything is pretty stock standard with the suit. The material's the same. Nice big leather boots on him. They look great. He's very black and dark, isn't he, for a Jedi? But he looks pretty awesome, especially with a lightsaber and a blaster. So that's the figure, guys. Very impressive. I'm impressed with the extras with it. I'm impressed that you can transform him from 3 different scenes or settings in the movie from Return of the Jedi. So that's impressive. I've got a speeder here, a land speeder, that I can put him on and whack this Endor coat on. So I'll do that and have a look at that. I reckon he'll look good on a speeder. The cape for Jabba, that's not really why I got him for that scene at the start of the movie. I got him more for when he's with the Emperor and Darth Vader, when the Emperor's trying to crack him. So I reckon him looking black like that, as well as Darth Vader, all standing next to Palpatine with the royal guards. I reckon that will be an ultimate scene that I'm just trying to put together at the moment. So really happy with the figure. Sideshow have done a fantastic job, but most of all, I'm over the moon with the head sculpt. Now, the head sculpt from the Skywalker Hot Toys figure from Tatooine. I'll just see if I can pull his head off. and the head sculpt from Sideshow, The Return of the Jedi. And you can see it straight away. I'd done a review on Luke Skywalker from Tatooine, and I did comment that it was disappointing that he didn't look much like Luke Skywalker. Maybe if you posed him the right way, he did. But overall, looking at him, you could see that there's some serious faults with it. And if I put him next to this head sculpt of Luke Skywalker, you can see, you can actually be able to explain the faults that I thought I seen with it at the start. And that is the long face. Luke Skywalker has got a rounded sort of face, an oval sort of face. This one's a bit more up down, a bit more longer in the face. The eyes are sunken into the head, and the nose is massive. Look at the nose on that. So yeah, that's why I wasn't happy with this head sculpt of Luke Skywalker with the Tatooine. Well, the Luke Skywalker from Tatooine, from A New Hope, and now with Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker's head sculpt has really given some weight to what I was talking about when I reviewed Luke Skywalker at the start, because looking at those two like that, you can tell. You can see it. It's obvious as the nose on Luke Skywalker's face. This one here, this new figure from Sideshow with Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, absolutely stunning. Very, very happy. I just put him in his Endor jacket, and I put him on the speeder just quickly, just to have a bit of a quick look. And let's take him off of here, and there he is. So you can put him on a speeder as well, which is a good little effort. He looks pretty good on there with his cape and his Endor hat. So yeah, very happy with the fact that you're getting a one figure that portrays three different scenes, three different moments in the movie. So yeah, my final thoughts on it: I like it. I like it a lot more than I did my first Luke Skywalker. With these head sculpts here, you have to get them right, because if you don't get the human look of the character right, you absolutely destroy what you're trying to accomplish by buying a collectible. But in this case, I'm happy to say that I am very impressed with the head sculpt of Luke Skywalker. So Sideshow have done a really impressive job. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, a big like, comment if you would like, and share it around. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. A lot more reviews to come and other videos. So really enjoyed this this figure, and I hope you guys did too. Until next time, bye.